Max and Katrina, that's a day when common sense has prevailed.
I don't think anyone could argue with that. Thank you, Steve. Well, scammers are going to extra lengths, even sending couriers to elderly people's homes to pick up cash.
That's just one of several new ways people are being conned that police want you to know about.
It looks like any old ATM, but this machine is the scene of a crypto crime.
It's becoming very challenging to understand what potentially is a scam.
A woman in her 60s invited to join a money-making scheme on social media, coaxed into coming here to invest $300,000. That money now gone. Police also investigating a pop-up message urging a woman in her 80s to call Microsoft Cybersecurity. She did and gave the scammers remote access to her computer and her accounts.
We believe that these notifications come to at least if not more than 50,000 devices a day.
Almost $320 million was lost to scams last year, over 65s falling victim the most, handing over almost $100 million. Investment scams the most popular trap.
These are highly skilled operations.
Possibly the most alarming was a scam involving a woman in her 90s who received a call from a man pretending to be from the Commonwealth Bank fraud team. He convinced her to withdraw several $1,000s and sent a courier to collect it from her house.
That does take it to a completely new level.
A new campaign urging Australians to stop, check and, if in doubt, reject. Amber Laidler, 7 News.
Now let's take a look at what's on Sunrise tomorrow.
Tomorrow on Sunrise, let the games begin. Your exclusive first look as AFL boss Andrew Dillon breaks down the 2025 season.
Plus the Wizarding World Down Under, a Harry Potter exclusive for Aussie families. See you in the morning, Queensland.
Tropical cyclone Alfred headed straight for the southeast. From extra sandbagging stations to events called off. What you need to know.
And I'll have the latest on where Alfred will track and when the worst conditions will hit. That's next.
All right, let's look back at our top story tonight. And Cyclone Alfred is now heading for the southeast Queensland coast. Another 250,000 sandbags will arrive in the southeast tomorrow. More stations have opened. They include Acacia Ridge, Boondall, Toowong and Camp Hill.
Now, modelling shows 20,000 homes could be affected by the storm surge in Brisbane alone in 15 suburbs. On the Gold Coast, it's 5,000, 1,600 homes on the Sunshine Coast and 50 in the Moreton Bay region.
Major events have now been cancelled due to the weather. The AFL season opener at the Gabba and the Gold Coast Green Day concert are now postponed.
Well, let's go straight to Tony Auden now. Tony, we're in the final run to landfall.
We are, Max. Our cyclone has completed the expected U-turn and is now heading straight back towards us. It's currently the equivalent of a Category 2 system sitting just over 600 kilometres off the coast, but that number is going to start dropping. Expect an almost straight line track back towards southeast Queensland with a landfall likely still as a Category 2 system between Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast late on Thursday or into Friday. Latest model runs have nudged this track slightly south though. Further intensification is possible in this time with an outside chance it could get close to Category 3. Now, the first cyclone warning has been issued this afternoon a couple of runs ago. It's from Double Island Point down to Yamba. We also have coastal hazards warning, a severe weather warning, which double up on a few of those cyclonic threats like intense rainfall, destructive winds, high tides and coastal erosion. Basically, we have the full gamut of severe weather on offer. Now, the focus will turn to rain at and after landfall with really nasty flash flooding and riverine flooding expected to develop. Flood watches remain current across the southeast. The main focus, I think, is south of Brisbane. On to tomorrow's forecast for the tropics, staying mostly sunny and hot while all of the action happens down south. Mackay 23 up to 31 degrees. Over southern districts, winds start to pick up again, especially late in the day, while we could get a surge of showers affecting pretty much anywhere south of Bundaberg at any stage. In the southeast, here we go. As Alfred moves closer, showers pick up across the board and wind gusts also increasing about 80 k's now right on the coastal stretch and also across the southern ranges. I'm not sure if you care about the temperatures as much right now, but we'll start to cool down. We're looking at 28 degrees in Brisbane and Redcliffe. Now, looking further ahead, we can group whatever happens on Thursday and Friday under cyclonic. A rapid increase in wind, rain, waves and surges late Thursday, approaching that likely landfall overnight. Friday should remain pretty nasty as Alfred starts to move inland and weaken. In Ipswich, the winds won't be as strong as on the coast, but it could still be wet and wild. Heavy rain likely to last into Saturday after our cyclone moves a bit further inland and we get these convergence lines, similar to what we saw in Townsville a few weeks ago with the flooding there. Gold Coasters, you are very much in the firing line for this one, with the worst conditions on the south side of the cyclone. That heavy rain also likely continuing thanks to those converging winds into Saturday. My main concern for the flooding front are the Logan and Albert rivers. The Sunshine Coasters, if you're lucky, you'll just get a side swipe, but this system is not to be taken lightly. Guys, we've said it before, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. A big few days ahead.
Yeah, certainly is. Thank you, Tony. Well, that is all from us this Tuesday. Thank you for your company.
For now, from all the team, have a good night.
Good night.
The 7 News app will give you the news you want. Download now.